Coin Lady here with the headline from the Crypto Basics, comparing Bitcoin's 2013-2017 and 2021 patterns with XRP's annual growth. Also, this could be good news for anyone who is feeling anxious or despondent because the SEC Ripple case was settled and XRP did not reach a new all-time high. XRP and Bitcoin will almost certainly be moving in tandem, even if not down to the second, minute, day, etc., because one of the most important points I've been making since then is undeniably true. The entire market correlates so directionally when we get these huge moves to the upside or the downside. You can undoubtedly see that when they expand a chart. To help put things in perspective, you should know where we are in the market cycle. And when Bitcoin might be launching, that's what leads me to feel quite a bit of excitement. Well, other people in the community, maybe you, maybe not you, but many people in the community are not so much feeling that, and I'm sorry, all I got is a positive message here, because despite the recent downward price action, I just don't think it's going to matter in the end. Many people's faces have been melted when the price of XRP dropped in the past. I didn't forward the article at the time, as history has shown. You don't have to read all of it. However, the sentiment itself is correct. When XRP goes completely, things move quickly. When anything like this occurs, it does so quickly. And for those of you who weren't around in 2017, just so you know, XRP started at around 20-something cents and ran up to $4. It was the wildest ride in cryptocurrency history. This entire process took roughly 2.5 weeks to complete. The journey from the bottom to the top. Alright, that's all there is to it. You could, in theory, sell a little bit short of a total collapse before the market capitulates. However, you won't get much more time than that. When it finally gives out, it will do so in a hurry. At the time of this recording, the price of XRP is 52 cents, while the price of a Bitcoin is $26,213. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index currently places market anxiety at 38%. Not me, I have no such apprehensions. I'm betting that people will rely on their gut instincts when it comes to making pricey purchases and sales. A big part of my plan is to assume that people would carry on doing what they've always done, which is to say, making lousy financial decisions. That's actually a plank in my strategy. That's why I avoid it like the plague. I make purchases, but I can't predict if prices will rise or fall. Unfortunately, I am not a wizard. I can't claim to be an expert in the field of finance. I'm just a guy who uses the internet like anyone else. The safest option is for me to do nothing, so that's what I do. Without a doubt. You, XRP, Riz, an XRP community member, contributed this chart, and I may build a full screen for a moment to show how this post analyzed past events. These are true Bitcoin price charts for the years 2013 to 2021. And now, because he's making comparisons, I'm not even trying to pass myself off as a truckman. I will therefore refrain from commenting on whether or not certain points in time and space are valid. What he's pointing out, though, is that you don't need to be present at the time to understand that Bitcoin is experiencing a brief period of growth before it suddenly crashes. Looking at the most recent chart on the right, it's clear that we haven't yet witnessed that huge move to the upside that would signal the next all-time high. However, XRP's recent decline is consistent with its past performance. So that's the point. That's all the information you require. I don't have to read the full article, so excuse me while I skim a bit. However, you make some valid points here. The author of this piece obviously believes this is great for XRP because they checked out the chart and saw that it was just showing the price of Bitcoin and included the hashtag XRP in their original post on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. That's how I feel too, by the way. However, they did not elaborate on what this meant. The author went into further detail, and I agree with where he's going with this. Anyway, the final piece draft looks like this. Penny XRP's rise has been paralleled by that of Bitcoin. That's interesting, and it's for this reason that I'm hoping you're all long-term positive on Bitcoin. XRP has always followed Bitcoin's lead. Therefore, you should hope that Bitcoin succeeds. Directionally, I would anticipate the same thing if you want XRP to do well, but you'll see much more amazing gains for XRP due to the lower stakes. Peace is expressed as follows, anyhow. Bitcoin enters a lengthy ascending triangle before unleashing a major rally that would result in yearly highs, according to historical statistics. Accordingly, see a pattern with XRP's behavior? What's more, this occurrence took place as recently as 2013. Bitcoin's price rose from its November 2011 low of $3 to its January 2018 high of $266. By the month of April 2013. In response to Bitcoin's breakout above an ascending triangle it had been trapped in, XRP jumped 2.0614 cents, or little more than 6 cents, in December 2013. If you're just here to drive, don't bother reading this, but I'd like to show you a chart for those of you who are interested. However, this is a historical chart of XRP's price. I'm merely demonstrating on a real-time currency exchange. That's not a word, but Live Coin Watch will do just fine. Also, I think it's important to note that the biggest shifts back then don't really register on the chart at all now. And I believe that the XRP all-time high will look very similar to what we saw. Let's see if I can get it right here. There you have it. About right, I'd say. Here, the date displays as December 4th, 2013. And XRP was just slightly higher than 6 cents. It seems as a tiny blip on the screen, but it's actually quite large. Because XRP increased from roughly half a penny to over 6 cents, that is more than a 12-fold rise, yet in the moment it looked like it was climbing a mountain. More than 1,100%, and in a short amount of time. After that, though, it cratered back down to around where it had been. In retrospect, the concept of internet magic money sounds fantastical, but in 2030, it must have sounded like the end of the world. Even more terrifying was the question of whether or not this asset class would even exist in, say, 6 months. Or alternatively, a whole calendar year. It's as though there were a lot of unknowns in the past. It was much more precarious back then. But I'm telling you, whatever it is that we're experiencing right now. Also, it's true, I'm simply speaking from experience. And there are fewer people, a smaller community, and thus fewer people with whom to share and develop ideas. Even while it's not strictly speaking true, you may feel that way. Now that it's been a decade, we don't have nearly as much of a potential for returns as folks did back then. Even if the perceived risk is lower, there is a cost associated with this. In any case, the ceasefire holds. In 2017, Bitcoin followed the same pattern. The asset rallied to $19,785 in December 2017 after breaking above a multi-year ascending triangle. In the same vein, XRP followed this trend and hit a new all-time high of $3.31 in the first month of 2018. This is undeniably correct. What's going on here, do you see? The same fate awaits Bitcoin and XRP because that is what actually happened in the past. This is a straightforward statement of fact. As a result, Bitcoin's downward trend continued after we received the legal certainty for XRP. Well, it's not surprising that XRP moved in the same general direction, however, the extent to which this occurs is something I'm not overly concerned about. And I'm confident that XRP's value today would be significantly lower if we hadn't gotten that legal clarity. That's the way it is. In April 2021, XRP peaked at $1.95, and by November 2021, Bitcoin had reached its all-time high of $68,997. Meanwhile, peace has prevailed and the pattern has returned, leading to Bitcoin's all-time high. However, XRP was severely affected by selling pressure caused by the SEC litigation in December 2020. There you have it. That's probably why I'm not going to draw attention to it, it's already a home run. What you've stated is in accordance with my own arguments. Long, long ago. Thank goodness I'm not the only one who recognizes the logic here. Without the SEC's intervention, XRP's price would have reached an all-time high. The attack against Ripple is really a strike on anyone holding XRP. That's how it worked out in the end, in kind. Since XRP was the only top 10 crypto at the time that didn't set a new all-time high, it's safe to say that we wouldn't have noticed. That's odd, wouldn't you agree? Yes, in my opinion. Therefore, Jay Clayton and the rest of the SEC's assets messed us over. But, once again, it makes no difference. We need to exercise a little more patience, that's all. That's just the way it is. It's not to my taste. However, such is life. The good news is that XRP is still trending in the same direction. When Bitcoin inevitably crashes again, this will be of no consequence. And I think XRP will follow, and even if it doesn't follow all the way down to the second, minute, day, week, month, and so on. However, it has been known to err near the end of an older season. Fine. That doesn't strike me as threatening in the slightest. At least with this, I can feel good. So, I thought I'd stress that this is all quite standard fare. Then, in late 2021, numerous assets saw a massive bull run and reached all-time highs. If the lawsuit hadn't happened that year, several experts believe XRP would have set a new record high as well. Dead on. However, this is atypical and widespread, you can see what I mean now. So, as I keep saying, the SEC move that caused the price suppression can't be undone with the snap of a finger. It has been at least 6 weeks since it was last repaired, and nothing has been done about it. 2.5 years of neglect can't be fixed in a month and a half. All the people who would have bought XRP over the past 2.5 years cannot be made to suddenly be in possession of it. So, it will take time, but when things really go, it won't matter because the opportunity is still here. At least, that's what I think, and I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my word for it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe.